Hi, I'm Matthew Maschler with the Signature Real Estate Companies in the great state of Florida. So why are open houses useless for serious buyers? It's a question I get asked a lot. A lot of people talk about open houses, and a lot of agents talk either positively or negatively about open houses. And a lot of times I hear the word useless. People say open houses are useless. I like open houses. I love open houses. They serve a very, very practical purpose for the real estate agent and for the seller and for the buyer. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you about why open houses are not useless if you are a real estate agent, why they are not useless if you are a seller, and why they are not useless if you are a buyer and you are looking for a house to buy in a particular area. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please subscribe or at least give me a like. Questions in the comments. I love questions in the comments. I try to respond to everyone. And if the question's good enough, I might even do an episode dedicated to your question. So stick with me as we explore why open houses are useless. If you're a real estate agent and you have a listing, you may think that an open house is useless, but there's many, many reasons to do an open house. One, it satisfies your seller sometimes if your seller thinks you're not doing anything. 2, it gets attention to your house. 3, it shows other people in the real estate community that you're willing to do the work, that you're a hardworking person. You're not just sitting back taking listings and sitting on your hands. Even if no one shows up at your open house, just listing a house as an open house in the MLS and syndicating it on all of the websites brings attention to your listing, puts your listing in the spotlight where other listings are not going to be seen in that light. So even if someone does not go to your open house, people will see your house online because you're doing an open house. So when people say, as a listing agent, when other agents say, oh, don't do an open house, they're useless, they're just jealous, they don't have a listing of their own, and they're probably very lazy. In the go-go market after COVID, when houses were selling very fast, people weren't doing open houses. You didn't need to if you would list a house and you'd get multiple offers within a day. But if you're not getting offers on your property, you need to advertise your property. The simplest and most efficient and easiest thing you could do is mark your house open. You want to give it a lot of days in advance so it syndicates to all the websites and people see it. There are sometimes that people will see your house listed as open. They can't make the open house, so they're willing to call you and schedule a private appointment. All of these are good things. All of these negate the rumor that open houses are useless. Plus, what's even more important than that is there are times when people who are not even looking for a house, they don't even know they're looking for a house, may show up at your open house for something to do, and that might trigger them to either buy that house or connect you with that buyer for a future deal. As a listing agent, you can cultivate buyer leads at your open house. If you think about this, on any given day, on any given Sunday, someone will go to the mall. They go to the mall, they don't have a reason to go to the mall. They don't have a thing that they want to buy. Plenty of people go to the mall without a shopping list in hand. Right? How many times you go to Costco for one thing and leave with 10? So many things can happen at an open house, and none of them will happen if the house is not open, if you're not showing the house, if you're at home, go to the movies, or doing your nails. You don't have that opportunity to sell. Having an open house is also a great way to invite colleagues, other real estate agents, other agents in your office. Hey, why don't you meet me Saturday? I'm having the house open from 2 to 4. Why don't you stop by and we'll talk about that thing you wanted to talk about? Right? Even if it's not real estate related, it's a good way to just touch base with agents in your office, your broker, agents that are under you, even your customers. Now, from the seller's perspective, are open houses useless? If you're the seller of real estate, do you want your real estate agent to hold your house open? I can tell you on every listing appointment I go to, the seller has very strong opinions about whether they want an open house or whether they don't want an open house. Some sellers really require it. Some sellers say, I want to have the house open every week. Some sellers say, I don't want to have an open house. I want you to vet and make an appointment with every single buyer that comes along. So you do have to work with your sellers and within their parameters. But as a seller, is that open house worthless? Is it worth your time to get out of your house and make your house available when there's no appointment? Certainly, if someone wants to see your house next Tuesday at 3 o'clock and you get the house ready, it's worth it, right? There's an actual buyer coming or a potential buyer coming. But if no buyer is coming, is it worth it to vacate your house for a time period and get the house ready to show? Is it worth it? And I think, yes, it is. One, because your real estate agent has something to advertise, can put it online, can syndicate it to the multiple websites that show and display open houses. Two, you never know what's going to come. As a seller, to vacate your house and make it available when there's no specific buyer, I say absolutely. If you're a real estate agent and you do not have a buyer for a particular house, and the house is being marketed as an open house, is it useless to go? I don't think so. I think the more houses you see as a real estate agent, the better. If it's in a community that you specialize in or that you sell in, why not go to that open house? Introduce yourself to the listing agent, look around the house. Maybe you could find a buyer for it. Maybe with permission from the listing agent, you could post it on your social media. It's a very good outreach to say, hey, Steve, I know I haven't spoken to you in a few months, but I just saw this great open house and I thought of you. So if you're a buyer's agent and you don't have a particular buyer, is it useless to go to an open house? Well, it really depends. Like, what else would you be doing with your time, right? If you're just sitting at home watching TV, why not go to an open house? What about a mortgage broker? Is it useless for a mortgage broker to show up at an open house? Again, it's being part of the community. It's supporting the industry. You get to meet the real estate agent. I wouldn't say go there to poach deals and find the buyers and try to offer your services to them. The listing agent may have connections with a mortgage company. That's not why you're there. You're not there to find potential buyers that you can market yourself to. You're there to talk to the listing agent, to support the listing agent, to introduce yourself, or to reinforce the fact that you are an active member of the community that wants to participate and wants to become knowledgeable. And then also the mortgage broker can also advertise the house a little bit, right? So you can create that content for your social media. You can support the industry, gain product knowledge. Don't poach the people that are at the open house. Those are not your customers to poach, but there's a very good reason why a mortgage broker would attend an open house. So you were told that open houses are useless. You have to question who told you that and why. What was their experience? What was their perspective? And just because someone once had an open house and it didn't work, the buyer didn't magically appear at their open house, so it was a waste of time, does not mean that this tool, the open house, is useless. All right. These are all tools that we could use. They're all tools to make your house stand out, to make you as a listing agent stand out, and to get houses sold. These are industry tools. Do they work every time? Does an open house automatically lead to a sale? No. But are they useless? You let me know in the comments.